Hey, welcome to Rock and Pop Vinyls. We are a little duo tandem today. We are out in the wild. We're not really looking for anything in specific. This is post St. Patty's Day, post Hot Cash, post pretty much all the cool sales that we had at Barnes & Noble. But we're going to go see if we can go find ourselves some gems on this lovely evening and see if we can come back with some goodies. Right, Taylor?
Yep.
Alright, so here we are, into the wild. Alright, we're getting ready to enter Arrowhead Mall today to see if we can find any goodies. And yeah, say hi, Taylor.
Hi.
Alright, well, we're heading on out of the mall now. We're only able to get a couple items over at Box Lunch. Hot Topic was kind of a bust. So we're going to keep on trekking and seeing if we can get some stuff. Alright, we'll see you guys soon.
Bye-bye.
Rock and Pop Vinyls on this fine Sunday. Hey, sorry if I sound a little hoarse, but my voice has been coming in and out all day. And yeah, so that's what I'm stuck with anyway. So anyway, welcome to this edition to Rock and Pop Vinyls. And as you saw at the beginning of the video, Taylor and I went to the mall and we're out looking for just treasures pretty much. A lot of the promotions from that weekend had ended. The 3 for $20 sale from Barnes & Noble had ended. Hot Cash was coming to a close. So we were just out and about with her being on spring break and just enjoying a nice day for her and I to be out. We didn't come away with a bunch, but that's where I'm going to segue into next for Out in the Wild. But anyway, we're going to continue on with Avenged Sevenfold this week. We have their 2007 White Album, self-titled. This record I really hold near and dear to my heart for several reasons. The first one is that Jimmy the Rev Sullivan, this was his last record with the band. He passed away in 2009, and we'll get onto that in a couple releases from now. And it was a really, really sad thing. I remember I was kind of dazed, you know, kind of like I was with Dimebag Darrell. I didn't really know what to think. Now, his departure wasn't as horrifying in what the Abbott family had gone through, but we still lost a true treasure who didn't really hit his prime on what he can do. At first, when I heard this record, I had a love-hate relationship for it. I wasn't sold on it at first. It had a lot of really good tracks on it, like critical acclaimed. Scream still, the third track on this record, is my probably still my favorite rockin' tune on here. It was an interesting cocktail, let's put it that way. They really were all over the place. But it was also one of those albums, the more and more you listen to it, the more fantastic it became. And to this day, here we are 12 years later, and it is one of my favorite records to listen to. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and listen to Avenged Sevenfold's 2007 release, their self-titled White Album, Avenged Sevenfold. Okay, so with that said, we're going to go ahead and get this out of the way, mainly because I'm going to need all the space I can get here. There's not going to be a terrible amount of content today like I did last week. Last week was crazy. I had so many pops. Taylor and I didn't even know what to do. But I do have a decent amount of stuff to go over. So next up, we're going to go ahead and talk about my Out into the Wild. I didn't come away with a bunch of items, but I did come away with some cool stuff. My best friend this week was Box Lunch. I actually do not think I purchased anything from Hot Topic, at least in Out in the Wild, but that's going to be different come mail call time. But anyway, I went to Box Lunch and found a couple cool items this week. I found this glow-in-the-dark Captain Marvel, where she has now they kind of waited to release this one and a couple other pops from this movie, mainly because it gave away. It was kind of like a spoiler, really. And so if you haven't seen the movie yet, I apologize, but this is a cool pop. This is Captain Marvel herself with the lunchbox, and she has something in the lunchbox, but if you haven't seen the movie yet, you know, it's been out 3 weeks now, so sorry, but it is you can see it right there, it is the Tesseract. Yeah, that's right, from actually Captain America, First Avenger, is where it really came into play, but that is the Tesseract, and this movie was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. It was a necessary entry, not my favorite, not my top 10 of the Marvel entries, but it was definitely necessary, kind of like a prequel, essentially, is what it really is to what we've already seen. But this is a cool pop. It glows in the dark. The Tesseract glows in the dark. I've already tested it. I can't turn off the lights because, you know, I'm trying to do this. Alright, so my second cool pop that I came up with, and I've already told you I love my Disney pops. I got this Box Lunch exclusive Ariel, and this is when Ariel becomes human on the beach, and you can see she has her legs with her makeshift, even her hair is wet, and did an awesome job on this pop. It's got a lot of detail to it, but this was a really cool pickup. I was excited about that. I also went back to Box Lunch later that day, actually, and lo and behold, they actually did a refresh while I was there. Now, this one is no big deal at all. It was more for Taylor's reason that I bought it, and kind of myself because it is an exclusive. But this is a Care Bear, Grumpy Bear, and he's flocked. I just really liked the flock of it, and it was kind of like a tongue-in-cheek joke because Taylor and everyone else I know says I'm really grumpy all the time. So I was fitting that I got Grumpy Bear in my collection. And then we got another cool Captain Marvel glow in the dark, and of course this was delayed as well because this gave away, like I said, the spoiler to the movie Captain Marvel. So this is Clues, or Flurkin as he is actually, and as you can see, his true self coming out of the mouth, but he's also got, there it is, the Tesseract, and the Tesseract glows in the dark as well as it does on the Captain Marvel pop. So those are really cool. And then I had one last piece for my Out in the Wild. This was kind of like, for me, I've been looking for, if you remember the last episode I was talking about when I got the Die Hard box set, the t-shirt, you know, because it was very hard for me to find an extra large. And the same thing with the Chuck Norris. So I ended up finally finding this piece from GameStop. I found a location here in town, had to call everywhere, that had an extra large, but this cool Jim Lee Batman, let's see if you can see a little bit of it, Batman deluxe box set. So it's got this really cool t-shirt right here, and then it has the Batman right there on the clip, like where the gargoyles are, and he's in black and white. So there's two different ones. There's a full blue colored one, this Jim Lee Batman, and then there's this black and white one, and this is the one I really wanted. I didn't even purchase I really wanted this black and white Batman, and I wanted this t-shirt in my size. Of course I say that, but then I don't open these things. I just leave them as is because it's just the collector in me. I don't want any damage or depreciation. So we'll see if I ever actually wear that t-shirt. But if I do decide to wear it, it does have my size, just like the other two do. So anyway, that was my Out in the Wild this week. And yeah, so there's that for you. So next up, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our mail call, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, guys, to Mail Call. So the mail call this week, was actually a bit busier than I was with my Out in the Wild. Out in the Wild next week should be a little bit busier. I think there's a few things coming out, and I'm not really going to speculate, but they're up for cycles. So by Wednesday and Thursday, new things should be hitting the shelves at both Hot Topic and Box Lunch mainly. Not so much. Well, you know, actually, there's a new item that's coming out at GameStop, and it's called the $10 unboxing or the $9.99 unboxing, and it's a single pop. It's going to be packaged in its own box and shrink wrapped. It actually says unboxing on it, and it's going to be sold at GameStop for $9.99, and it's literally just that. It's going to be a mystery box. It could be anything. It could be a common pop. Some people have even said they're getting grails out of these things, and they're $10. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to go out looking for those definitely on the next Out in the Wild. So let's go ahead and get to mail call here. I have quite a bit, actually. I think I remember I told you last week when Barnes & Noble had their 3 for $20 sale. Well, I rated that online, and I also asked for feedback, possibly if anyone's had luck with any pops from Barnes & Noble through the mail. I didn't really hear anything back on that, but I have also asked other friends, and some, it's been hit or miss. They're like, man, you know, it's just like going to the Barnes & Noble stores. So I did get my box there, and I'll be opening that in a minute. I want to kind of start out with what I think is going to be a potential bummer here, because I got a delivery from Hot Topic, and you all know how I sing my praise Hot Topic, but we're going to get this out of the way because I'm really concerned about it. This is my box that I got from I got 2 boxes from Hot Topic. The other one looks alright. I think it'll be okay. But this is... I'm terrified. And I didn't want to place blame on Hot Topic on this. This has to be a mail carrier thing because they're usually pretty good about it. But I'm really scared to open this and see what we have here. There's 3 pops in here. And sorry, I lost my box cutter, so we're going to do some scissors. Don't worry, I'll be careful. But I'm really concerned because even the tape is loose. Because this box just looks horrible. It's 3 pops that I bought last week when they were having a huge sale, and I used my hot cash on them as well. Yeah, so we'll see. Oh yeah, okay, so before I even pull out that one looks completely destroyed. They're boxed as usual, the way I like them from Hot Topic, and we have oh, cool. This looks really cool. This was the one of the fan vote winners on the Marvel Chrome series, Doctor Strange. I just thought he looked really sharp. I had to really jump on there and get that with my hot cash. I ended up getting him for like $6.50. It was an awesome deal. Yeah, this 3rd box in here is completely destroyed. I'm really afraid to open it. And I also have a feeling I know which one's damaged because the 2 boxes are in brown and one's white. And well, this tells you right on it. And then I ended up getting a... Oh, cool. So this is actually my 2nd one, but it was mainly because my 1st one had some damage to it, and I didn't realize it. I must have been sleeping that day when I bought it. But I have another of the 80th anniversary 1st edition Batman. That looks really awesome. He looks in pretty good shape. So thank you, Hot Topic, for 2 out of 3. And I don't know what I'm going to do here. I'm probably going to have to try to get a hold of customer service. Oh yeah, here's my box. Oh man. Ooh. So unfortunately, this is one of the out of the 3, because I've already have the Batman, so I'm kind of... This was the one I really was excited about. Oh yeah, it's completely destroyed. Okay, so this is the fan vote winner, Iron Spider. And if you could see, this box is just, well, I haven't had one like this since December from Hot Topic. And they were kind enough to refund my money, so maybe we'll see what happens here. I don't even want my money back, I just want a replacement. I really like this pop, so I'm not one of those people. I'll send it back, you know, and just give me a new Iron Spider if you can. So, sucks. So, there's that one. Hopefully the rest of this will work out well. Okay, so my second one from... This one is from Hot Topic as well. This is just one pop. This is just something I really wanted from Toy Story. And if you can already think about it for a second, one pop, one big box. So you probably know what this is going to be. And I'm just hoping and praying it's in a great shape. Well, it's in bubble wrap. And we got a lot of stuffing around it. Looks like it's actually in really good shape. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this open real quick here. Get that out of the way. This here is a pop ride. And this is Woody from Toy Story. Can't wait for the new movie. I know Taylor is super excited for this. So let's see if I can cut this without. Alright. This looks in really good shape. Wow, so the Iron Spider couldn't survive shipping, but this huge pop does. Alright, we look in really good shape here actually. Okay, cool. So here it is. Woody with the RC car. That is really awesome. Look at that, check that out. That's a cool pop. That's one I'm really excited to put into my collection. I have a big rides collection too, but they're way up high, you can't see them up there. But this is a cool pop, so I'm excited about that one. Okay, gotta flip the record over because that was just too good. So we're going on to side B. So funny saying that in this day and age. Going to side B, but that works for me. Okay, so next up we have, oops, almost lost it. We have Target. And this here is when we did the ECC shared exclusives a couple weeks ago. Man, I'll tell you what, I was, wait, yeah, this is the ECC exclusive. I lucked out, well not lucked out, a lot of people really kicked butt with that, but I at least got 2 of the shared exclusives, and I ended up getting, of course, what was my personal grail for that series. And this looks to be in, oh, we got a minor rip, no dents, the display glass is good, but this is the one I really wanted. This is the 2-pack from Office Space, which is with Michael Bolton and Samir, where they're taking out the fax machine. If you remember that scene where they take it out into the field and just literally beat the crap out of it, so they get tired of it. This is cool. So this, other than that little tiny rip, which, I mean, you'd have to literally be like this to see. That's really awesome. So, all right, we got that one. All right, cool. So Target came through. So far we're doing okay. Doing okay. Told you I was gonna need the space. Just got a little piles here. Poor Iron Spider got destroyed. Okay. So next up is Funko themselves. So that morning, I'm telling you, I was literally at work pretty much doing a no-no. I was on the freaking computer racing to beat everyone that was up that morning to get ahead of everybody. to get exclusives, and I lost, man. And I thought I was doing great, man. But I'll tell you what, you're on there and you're hitting enter, and it tells you you're in queue, you're in trouble. And so I was only able to get one of the exclusives. And man, Funko really did an awesome job here. We got green bubble wrap, and what is it? What? We got it in a separated box as well. So this here is, this should be the, well, it says Pop Disney on it. I don't know. Oh no, okay, it scared me a little bit. But this is from the movie Life Aquatic. This was Bill Murray's character, Steve Zazzo. This was limited edition. Really, really happy about this. That movie was awesome, but it was very kind of eclectic. I mean, not for everybody, but I found it hilarious. That is an awesome looking. So on that day with the Funko, I was only able to get one, but I got him. So limited edition. That's awesome. Okay, cool. So far we're doing good, man. And I'm not used to getting these separators from Funko, so that was kind of exciting. I do have an eBay delivery here, and we'll check on that in a second. I'll tell you why, because this is actually going to be a duplicate of what's in my Barnes & Noble box. Because before that sale happened for 3 for $20, I didn't even know about it. I walked into Barnes & Noble, and that's how I found out about it. I had already ordered this pop ahead of time. Completely forgot I ordered it and ordered it over here. So it's okay. So someone will want to buy that pop. So here we are, the truth here. Barnes & Noble. My first time ever receiving anything from them in the mail. And it's big because there's 6 pops in here. I took advantage of that 3 for $20 sale, and I hit them up for 6. I really went after all their NFL pops that they had available because I love the National Football League. End of story. I don't care what anyone says. I'm a football fan, and I really wanted to increase my collection. I have a pretty good one to begin with, but this was a really good opportunity to increase that at that price point, because with them being only 3 for $20, these pops are coming in at $6.66 a piece. Check this out. These things were not meant to be disturbed. That's impressive. Doesn't mean that's underneath impressive, but that's impressive. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That was pretty awesome. All right, so if I have to base off looking inside the box, I'll pull the first one out that I already told you I have a double of in the from eBay, and it's this cool. Oh, right, he's in great shape. Pretty impressive. You won't find him like this inside a Barnes & Noble store. But we got Terry Bradshaw for the Steelers. I was really wanting to pick up some of these classics that were brought out. So Terry Bradshaw to me is a no-brainer for this collection. All right. Oh, this is fantastic. Okay, so next up is Junior Seau. Look at that box. That is in great shape. 9 giant freaking airbags were put in there. That was fantastic. All right, next up we have, all right, Walter Payton. This looks good, really good. So far, we're awesome. We're 3 for 6 here, folks. All right, we have another Steeler. We have got to have him. He looks in great shape. And we have the bus himself, Jerome Bettis. Booyah. That boy's BA, let's just put it that way. And then, even though I'm not the biggest Cowboys fan, I did pick up a couple Cowboys here. We have Troy Aikman, who's made an amazing second career as an announcer. By the way, I love listening to this guy call football games. But they keep on pairing him with Joe Buck, and that guy's a freaking idiot. I'm just saying, he's a freaking moron. I'm tired of listening to that guy talk. Anyway, rant over. All right, at number 6. So far, we're 5 for 6 on, I think I might order from Barnes & Noble again, man. This is awesome. And we got another classic, Deion Sanders. So these all came out fantastic. So, man, grade A to Barnes & Noble. That was awesome. Awesome, awesome, and awesome. Either they had a lot of complaints or they just really listened to us, the consumers, about all the problems we've had at the store level anyway. But at the shipping level, looks like we're awesome. So that was sweet. Now let's see if my eBay Terry Bradshaw is in just as good shape. I'll tell you what, man, eBay I luck out on a lot of times, mainly because I'm dealing with other collectors. I've said this before, man. Collectors, they get it, man, and you can get. I'll show you another one that I actually meant to open last week when Taylor and I were doing mail, and we had so much mail last week that I forgot about it. I literally forgot about it. I found them behind a shelf back here. I was like, oh. I'll show you really quick, because this one's a little pricier on the NFL pops, but I got them last week and I forgot about it. Anyway, so let's see. I'm being a tot on my mailbox. Okay. So I didn't hear what I just tell you about collectors on eBay. They get it. It's loosely wrapped in bubble wrap. It's not suffocated like they're trying to, you know, save food with saran wrap for the fridge. This one's actually in better condition than the one I got from Barnes & Noble. So here's my eBay one. You're not going to tell much of a difference, but like this one has a couple scuff marks on the. This is pristine. So if anyone needs a Terry Bradshaw, I am your man. I always will do PPG, and I think he's maybe an $8 pop. You take care of shipping, it's yours. So let me know. So there is that. Oh, what I told you is last week I did forget one. I gotta crawl back here to grab it. I can't reach it. Okay, technical difficulties. And so last week I ended up getting this one. And it was sent to me in a soft protector as well. But Joe Montana. I wish I could have showed you this last week. I was excited about it. This pop currently is worth, I want to say 65 on the PBG. And I believe, actually, I want to say 75 or 80 on Stash. Which is, there's always a weird discrepancy between the two pricings. But I usually go with the PPG though more than anything. So this is a $65 pop right now. So this was a steal. I'm not going to tell you what I paid for it. It was well under that. But anyway, so Joe Montana will join my ranks here, and he showed up last week. So that, friends, is this week's mail call. It was pretty big, but other than that Iron Spider getting completely destroyed, I don't know what to tell you. But I think I did pretty good this week. So, all right. Well, anyway, we'll be back in just a moment, all right? Hey guys, welcome back to Go Figure, my new segment that I'm going to be implementing into the show now, based on action figures. I was recently inspired by Jetta Patrol. If you've ever seen his channel on YouTube, go check it out. I highly recommend it. And also I recommend Greg Cook, another individual who's inspired me recently to begin talking about my love for action figures. Obviously, when I started this channel, it was based on my love for vinyl records and my love for Funko Pop vinyls as well. But also, I kind of forgot about something that started me in the world collecting, and that is my love for action figures. I have a huge collection down in my garage, and I went out there the other day, kind of inspired again, like I said, by watching Jetta Patrol, and his little out in the wild hunts for Black Series Star Wars and just action figures in general, and his appreciation for them. And plus, his photography, Greg Cook's photography of action figures, again inspired me to start this little segment. A while back when I was at the Disney store near my mall, I came across these here. This was a fantastic deal. That's the biggest point of what you're going to come from this. But they're not the Black Series. This series was actually called the Elite Series, and it was sold exclusively at the Disney store. And these figures are not plastic. They're completely 100% die-cast metal. They all have 30 plus points of articulation. Their price point for each one of these figures at the Disney store was $26.95, as you can see right there. $26.95. That is obviously not what I paid for them. I walked into the Disney store and all 5 of these were on sale for $4.99. I couldn't pass it up. And also, just looking at these figures, I just literally thought about those 2 gentlemen and their individual shows, and I was like, these figures would look amazing photographed. This right here is a Captain Phasma that I got for $4.99. I've got this cool Kylo Ren. I mean, really look how sharp these are. And each one of these figures comes with a Star Wars embossed, looks like it's a pretty sturdy plastic stand that's pegged for their feet for them to stand on. And they would have to be pretty sturdy with these being die-cast metal. This Kylo Ren with his mask. If you can, I mean, just can't even begin to appreciate the detail on these. And like I said, I could not believe it. $4.99 for these, and they were originally $27. I got this awesome Riot Gear Stormtrooper. I mean, these are just so sharp. I felt like I was taking candy from a baby when I walked out of the store with these. And this is the least favorite of the lot. Nothing against it, but it's Finn. I mean, he looks fantastic. He just doesn't have the flair of the bad guys. And then I got this really cool. This was originally $34.95, so $35. This is a 12-inch Elite Series Princess Leia. She's the size of, like, say, in the realm of a Barbie doll. And she also has 30 points of articulation. She's got interchangeable hands. She's got a blaster rifle in the black, as well as a blaster pistol. She's in her original garb from A New Hope, when she was, you know, giving R2 the plans how to destroy the Death Star. Amazing. She was $6.99. So in all, I walked out of the store probably with tax about just over $30. I love finds like these. I know a lot of you collectors out there love finds like these. So go out to, you know, we always talk about the usual suspects that we kind of, you know, all of us travel in the same kind of collecting paths. We go to Hot Topic, Box Lunch, Walmart, Walgreens. Walgreens not so much. There's this, don't even get me going about Walgreens. Walgreens is like the open version of Amazon. You just go in and just, they're kicked in. Sorry, rant's over. But the Disney store, I think that's a place that we don't hit often enough, and that's probably why figures like these probably don't sell as well. I'll tell you what, a figure like this sold in a Hot Topic, or say back in the day, even a Toys R Us, would have flown off the shelves. But people don't, I honestly don't think people still affiliate Star Wars with Disney, and the fact of finding things like this at the Disney store. Good for me, man. But like I said, I was feeling inspired about action figures, so I'm going to start incorporating this new segment into my channel. And I thought I was just being clever, but I'm just going to call it Go Figure, and we'll just touch on action figures that I'm either collected, looking for now, and I'm so inspired that my bank account's starting to cry, because it was already crying as it was with the Pops as it is, but now you add action figures back on top of it, it's going to get a little hairy. So Anyway, thanks for watching my segment here. And like I said, go out and check out Jetta Patrol on YouTube, as well as Greg Cook. I believe Greg Cook might be under the moniker a Toy Hunter. Don't quote me on that, but he's really easy to find. And you'll probably find him just looking for Jetta Patrol. So anyway, thanks for watching Go Figure, and we'll be right back. Hey guys, well, I hope you really enjoyed that Go Figure segment that I'm coming up with. That's something that I really want to start doing every episode. And there was one figure that I didn't really get to discuss, but I'm a huge horror movie fan, and my all-time favorite horror movie of all time is Halloween. So I recently picked up this action figure, and I wanted to share it because it's just one of the sharpest things you will ever see. And yeah, it's the way it should be. It's pretty gross and grotesque with the head there, but the pumpkin lights up. Michael Myers looks amazing. He's got a secondary head with what looks like his eyes are shot out, and then he has interchangeable hands for if you've seen the movie. That's a spoiler too. He gets one of his hands essentially blown off, and that's interchangeable to show that wound. He's got his knife. He's got a what else is on there? There's a hammer, and I don't need to tell you what happened with that scene. And then there's a hot poker. And then in the back, you probably can't see it, but there's a gravestone that says, maybe not, you see it right vaguely right there. It says Judith Myers on it. This is a really sharp. This is from NECA Real Toys. I actually want to get the entire line of these. They have Freddy, Leatherface, Pinhead. They have Pennywise. They have both from the Tim Curry to the current Pennywise from the movie. But these are really sharp. They're just pretty pricey. This would probably be a really cool figure to do photography. And on the packaging, they even did that on the back. You could see this really cool. They pretty much replicate scenes from the movies with the actual figure, and that is just, that's sharp photography right there. I bet that's something up there like that Jetta Patrol is probably into. But this is really cool. Greg Cook is probably something that they, along the lines of the photography that they do with figurines. And anyway, so I hope you really like Go Figure, and I'm going to keep on doing that. Another thing I wanted to talk about was a lot of times when I just shopping or looking about, I find a lot of my pops not even in stores, not even on eBay. A good place to find pops, now mind you, this is hit or miss, but is OfferUp. And if you have OfferUp in your town, go on there and just type in Funko Pops. You'd be surprised what you could find. You can barter on there. You can trade on there. I've lucked out. I picked up a piece yesterday. It's been out for a little while, but I really wanted it when it came out, and I missed the boat when it came out. But I got this cool Boba Fett with Slave 1. This right now in the PPG is at $39 in value. I mean, it's nothing to blow your socks off about. This came from the fall convention, New York Fall Toy Convention in 2017, but I ended up finding this on OfferUp yesterday, and I bought it for $15. And trust me, that was a lot cheaper than it was in the stores, and with it, like I said, it's $39 value on the PPG right now, and like I said, I paid $15. It was in perfect condition. It was a little dusty. I had to dust it off and clean it up a little bit, but no dents. The glass was in great shape, and everything else was in good shape. So OfferUp's a great place. I've never looked on Craigslist. I'll be honest with you, ever since OfferUp came out, Craigslist has been obsolete to me. I just don't use it. It's not as user-friendly in any way, shape, or form. I mean, at all. So yeah, I just don't deal with it. OfferUp's pretty badass for stuff like that. So $15 or $39, I made out pretty good. And again, it's very similar to like with eBay. I bought this from a collector who was just trimming down his collection. He probably had 5 of these for all I know. But yeah, so check out OfferUp. All right. Well, I wanted to say thank you guys for watching this episode of Rock and Pop Vinyls. I hope you enjoyed what you heard a little bit of this fantastic album on vinyl, and I will see you next week. We're going to hopefully have another mystery box. Taylor has to return to school tomorrow, so she's in bed already, so vacation's over. So anyway, see you guys later. Have a good night.